The clouds are coming in. It's supposed to rain tonight. It's supposed to rain this weekend. So, we can get a ride in today. But the Himiway Zebra, the D5, what they're calling it now. What is there to talk about this thing? Well, first of all, if you're in the market and this is one of the ones you're looking at, this is just a powerhouse of a bike. Ooh, let's do a little off-road. Yeehaw. Ooh, through the trees. Yeehaw. Had to have a little fun. What was I saying? I said, if this is in your short list of bikes you're thinking about getting, I'll tell you, this is just really a powerhouse, workhorse, kind of a bulletproof bike. This thing will hold up to 400 pounds. It's got a 750 watt motor that's got 86 newton meters of torque and a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery. Now just that alone is a hard combination to beat. But let's talk about how it rides. So when I first got this bike, it was really set up for a mountain biking riding position. I mean, I was really forward a lot, way up here, hunched over, seat as hard as a brick. So I knew it'd be something I'd have to change. So I did. I got a new seat, Sun Tour suspension seat post. I got a new handlebar clamp that brought the handlebars closer, and handlebars with about a 3-inch rise. So once I got the riding position set the way I like it, it has become one heck of a comfortable, awesome cruiser. It just rides nice. It's powerful. It'll take you just about up any hill. And it gets you up to speed really quick. So if you're one of those who is looking for some quicker acceleration, but you're not wanting a bike that's going 30, 40 miles an hour, this is one you should be looking at. Now, Himiway makes 3 different types of these cruisers now. They're all similar. I mean, first one is the D5, which is basically what I have here. And then the D5 upgrade, which the only thing I can really tell that's upgraded from the picture, because I can't see anything in the specs when I'm on the website, is the seat and the headlight. So if there's anything else, I don't know. It may not be worth that extra money. And of course there's the D5 Pro. That's basically the Zebra with the mid-drive. 500 watt mid-drive. Get a little off-roading here. Up the hill. It took that thing easy. Let's go through here. So now, this version of what I have now, it's been out for about a year, I think a year and a half or so. And it's a bike that I think is going to be around for the long haul, just like Himiway's original cruiser. It's just really that good. I mean, it's built solid. The front suspension is good. Yeah, they tout this as off-road. Off-road like this. Off-road like this. You're not going to want to be doing jumps, hitting big rocks, dropping off big rocks on this. It's just, you know, you're going to bottom out that front end. And it's just not going to be that comfortable of a ride. But stuff like this, fire roading, you'll have a blast. And of course, just trail riding like this is cruising. This is one of the best cruisers there is. Like I said, once you get your riding position set up to where you're really comfortable, it's great. You know, you could just get down in PAS1. And just cruise. See? See? Cruising at, what, 11, 12 miles an hour? Now just think you're down by a beautiful beach. Got the beach on your left side. Got some cool cafes, beachside diners on your right side, and you just cruise. That's what this is really good for. And once summer gets back, we're gonna be doing some of that cruising down by the beach. Santa Cruz, Capitola, Monterey. They're all, I can hear them in the distance calling, "The ride with Lance, come ride us again." Yeah, well, when it warms up. Right now it's too cold. But anyways, I'll stop here for a second, give you a quick overlook of this bike. Let me find a spot up here where I'm not interrupting anybody's day. Let's go up by the exercise sign up here. Okay, there it is, the Himiway Zebra. Now you say, this may look a little different from what you see on the website now, but the only difference, this is the D5. Himiway just got rid of just the Zebra only name, even though these have Zebra on it. It'll say Zebra here still. They call it the D5, the Himiway D5. So when you look at the website, all you're gonna see really different is this Himiway logo here. It's a lot bigger. And over here, it's got some stripes and it says D5. But other than that, it's the same bike. It's the same bike. And it's well worth what they're asking for now. I think it's what, $14.99? And I think the D5 upgraded one is like $17.99. And again, all I can see really is it's got a different seat on there and a different headlight just from the picture, but I couldn't find anything in the specs that said there was anything different mechanically or technically. But there you have it. And I love this bike. I love the color, everything. At least now you can get it in a bunch of different colors, but I like the white. White was good. But let's keep going. Now, the one thing you should be aware of if you've never ridden this bike before, is say you're in PAS5 from a dead stop, it's going to want to get you up to speed really quick. So right here, I'm doing what, 4 miles an hour? Gear 3. It picks up pace really quick. So that will be something that you would need to get used to. You get used to it real quick. Is that when you start pedaling, it will hit pretty good. And the one of the things you want to make sure about is like when you're doing something like this. You're gonna say, I want to do a U-turn right here and turn around, and you think you're going to pedal. If you start to pedal a little, this thing will take off on you. And you don't want it to take off on you when you've got both feet on the pedals and you've got the bike turned this sharp because you're trying to make a sharp turn. If you're on the wrong type of ground like this, it could just push that front end and you go over. So it's something to be aware about. But like I said, it's something you'll learn and expect real quick. It hasn't made me crash, but it did surprise me when I first rode it. I'm like, whoa, it took off on me and got a little jerk back. But now I know when it's going to happen. Now this is a cadence sensor, not a torque sensor. The D5 Pro, the mid-drive Zebra, that's going to have a torque sensor. So you don't have to pedal much on this to get the motor to engage. See, right now I'm just barely moving the pedals. I'm not putting any tension on the chain at all. And it is taking off. You can probably see my knees out there just barely coming up. And this thing is up to almost 22 miles an hour, because I do have it unlocked, so the max speed right now is 25. And then the motor cuts out. But if you're not one who's looking to have the fastest e-bike out there, and you're basically wanting a workhorse of an e-bike, this is a good selection. All right, so now let's talk about reliability. Have I had any issues with this bike since I've had it? Other than a flat tire from some goat head thorns, because I didn't put any sealer in the tire, I haven't had one issue with this bike. I've kept it clean, I've lubed the chain, checked the tire pressure every once in a while, still on the first set of tires. But nothing mechanical, no cosmetic issues. This bike is still looking like it did when it was brand new, of course, after I wash it. So I think Himiway has come a long way. Not saying they had issues before, but I think they're showing a lot more integrity in the bikes they're building now. Giving you decent components. And pretty much a maintenance and hassle-free ownership. Besides the basic maintenance, you know, there's always something you want to check. You always want to make sure your chain is clean and lubed, and you want to make sure your spokes are tight like they should be. But that's not something you got to do all the time. That's just every once in a while. Take a look, see how things are going down there on the lower end. Haven't had any battery issues. This bike hasn't left me stranded anywhere for no reason at all. So it's just been a great all-around bike. And it's probably the one bike in the garage that when people see it, they're like, "Oh, what is that?" Even over the Rad and the XPeak. It's a very well crafted bike. You can look and see that they took time to think about where they wanted to place everything. So yes, as you could probably tell by now, I do recommend this bike. If you're looking for a bike that's in the 48 volt 20 amp battery range at 750 watts, put this on your list of bikes to research. So I'll let you all go so you can start your weekend. And speaking of that, you have a great weekend, a great coming week. Hope you get out for a nice weekend ride, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.